It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they were swept by this team last season, losing all 3 games they played against them. So they'll be motivated tonight. Now, if you want to see a stat sheet stuffer, you're going to want to keep your eyes on Freak in this one. He's been putting up a number of double-doubles in this recent outing, Shaq.
You know, Freak knows that he can do more than just be a scorer on this team. You know, he's a great passer. He's a great leader, especially for a young guy. He's looking for a shot. He's being active all the time, and he's really helping the others play at a high level, Ernie.
I haven't seen a guy like this come into the league in a long time, Ernie.
Stop it.
I'm serious. Not a guy.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. And right now the Rockets, they like to start this road trip off on a positive note. 6th game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
And you know, Houston, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. They've got Payton. Terrence Jones out there with LeBron James. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the 5.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Harden outside. James sets the screen for Harden. There's the feed to James. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads from 13. G with the rebound. Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against the Warriors in Oakland.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Now here's James. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. And it's Payton. That time on the assist by LeBron.
Assist from
Payton's got his first points of the night.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Sacramento moving it around. To the middle. Pass to Montejunas. Puts up a 3. And the shot is good. Montejunas has got 5.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
There's a screen. LeBron kicks to Capella. Outside, Jones. Screen by Jones. Hayton kicks it out to Jones. Sacramento grabs the miss. Here's Gilbert. It's rebounded by Payton.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. Houston shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. The Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Kicks it to G. Cousins dishes to Porter. Pass to G. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Payton kicks to Harden. That's good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Cousins. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Right side, Jones. No good. In and out, off the rim.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And that one's good by Porter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's LeBron. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Cousins, the pass to Gilbert. Payton against Porter. Payton drives in, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Payton's got his second bucket tonight. G gets to Montejunas. The 10-footer. Again, Sacramento.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Payton outside. Now the pass to LeBron. Kicks it out to Harden. Sacramento grabs the miss. G's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. From deep. And he gets it to go. G's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Kings.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's James. Jones dishes to Capella. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Harden left side. Payton passes to Jones. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And it's 6 points for Terrence Jones.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Inside, Gilbert. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Harden. He had a big outing in that Magic game as well. And the basket by Jones.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
G, no good. Rockets trail by 5. Payton kicks to Capella. Knocked loose.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Pass to Cousins. Kings moving the ball around. Feeds it to G. Porter outside. And he gets it to go. Porter's got 5 now.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Spring music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Welcome to the court, America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Looking now at some numbers for Payton, how he did last season. Averaged 6 points per game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
G, no good.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And here's Harden for 3. G with the rebound. G's got 6 rebounds in the game. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach for the Rockets just a moment ago. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys.
Doris, thanks. Guys, shooting is a chief concern for them.
And if that is the focus, then their ball movement is going to have to be sharp today.
It's very rare that you see a team shoot the ball well without moving it well. And that's the hidden message when the coach talks about their shooting.
And so here is Houston. Sacramento making their last shot. Here's Mayo. The Rockets with another miss.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column. And checking out some numbers for Mayo. Last season's performance for him. First in scoring, first in three-point shooting, and also he was the NBA's best free throw shooter, as close as it comes to automatic.
Yeah, and that's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Rockets trail by 10. Outside Turner, the dish to Bazemore. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Sacramento's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Wright dishes to G. Three-pointer. And that one's good. G's got 11 points.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Looney with the bucket.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Kings leading now by 9. To the left wing. Dixon passes to Gilbert. Off target from outside. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On the wing, Turner. To the inside. Mayo. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And it's Houston on the break. And a slam dunk by Bazemore.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And, Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for free.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Bazemore for 3. No luck. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And you'd think this was a favorable matchup for them, but last year anyway, that was not the case at all.
No, it sure wasn't, Greg. I mean, they got swept by this team. So a little payback perhaps in their mind tonight, if not at least a better showing against them this time around.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team. Make some noise. Let's hear it for your Sacramento Kings Dance Team.
So it's the Rockets now. 8-point game. Off the screen, Cauley Stein grabs the board.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Bazemore. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Pushing it up. Here's Gilbert. And another 3 for Sacramento.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. The Rockets with another miss. Kings leading now by 14. Pass to Dixon from the baseline. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Now here's Mayo. 29 points for him last game against Orlando.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Mayo's got 5 points so far.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Looney passes to Terry. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Turner's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's G. Johnson the screen. Here's Gilbert. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm. He was.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Sacramento. They finish off the first quarter on a 15-5 run. Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Kings.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got LeBron James. Payton is out there with Harden. Then it's Jones. And it's Capella in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Montezumas comes in for Cauley Stein. And Moore is subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Houston on D. Trailing by 17, and he gets it to go.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is. 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Harden kicks to LeBron. It's hauled in by the Kings.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Payton, covered by Gilbert. Here's Jones, and it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Montezumas. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. 6 to shoot. Payton kicks to James. Harden outside. They need this. It's in, and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be. The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Payton outside. He dishes it to Capella. G with the rebound. G's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors got the job done. He dropped in a staggering amount of points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a roll like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Harden dishes to LeBron.
That's a wall.
The shot from the low post is good.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Gilbert passes to Moore. He kicks it to G. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Another three for Sacramento.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Harden outside. James sets the screen for Harden. The shot. James misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Payton kicks to James. Another miss by James. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Orlando.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
To the middle, here's Payton. It's tipped. James against Moore. Dishes it to G. There's a screen by Modiunas. Cannon guarded by Harden. Here's the three. Another three for Sacramento.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Payton dishes to Jones. Inside, Capella, and he goes in for the dunk.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. The Kings shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first free throw is good.
Checking out the game Modiunas has been having. He has 8 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Payton kicks to Jones.
What are you doing?
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Freak number 1.
Well, for him, it was one of the best years he could have behind the three-point line. A dream year behind the arc for this guy. He was the #1 three-point shooter in the league.
And so Jones nails both of them. Sacramento's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Gilbert passes to Cousins. Got that one up quick.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
There's the pick. The feed to Harden. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game. G dishes to Modiunas. Lets it go with a 3. And that one's good. Modiunas has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
From deep, LeBron. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
G kicks to Moniunas. It's deflected. It's stolen by Jones. Moniunas against Harden. LeBron left side. From 10 feet out, basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now. Here's Gilbert, and that one is hammered home.
Runs the baseline and finishes with an absolute circus move at the hoop.
A reverse windmill slam, to be exact, Clark. Crazy finish.
And how about going deep down in your bag of tricks to come up with that one?
Here's Harden. Sacramento grabs the miss. G's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Moniunas, and again it's Sacramento converted.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, is really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Payton outside. Capella, the pass to Jones. No luck. So the Kings will take it the other way.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
James in the post. Moore's there. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Gilbert. And the Kings check on 2 more.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And it's only their first.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's Sacramento running away with this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a performance. Just look at the game for G. He's got 18 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings, Gilbert. He's in at the point. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Moniunas. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Cannon in at the 2. It's Harden with the drive. Cousins with the block. They get it back.
You got it.
Here's Gilbert. Drops one in from the wing. G's got 45 points.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Shot off the screen. Capella with the bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Moniunas dishes to G, and stolen by Payton. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And that one's good by LeBron.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Porter kicks to G. And that one's good. G's got 47 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Harden outside. Jones sets the pick for Harden. Outside, Jones. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Assist from
Jones has got 12 points in the game.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Out left to the wing. Kicks it to G. He feeds it to Moniunas. Sacramento moving it around. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. For Sacramento, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. First one falls for him. And G drops them both. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now here's Payton, covered by Gilbert. There's the screen from deep. Harden. G with the rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
For Sacramento, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. And G drops them both. Rockets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. LeBron against Porter. From 11 feet away, James misses. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. From the arc. Here's Cousins, and the layup's good off the glass. Cousins has got 6.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. They set the pick. Pass to Capella. And stolen by Cousins.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And that one's good by G.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out here like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Here's Sacramento. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Now the pass to Porter. Feeds to Moniunas. Down low. Passes it to Porter. There's the dish to Cousins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cousins has got 8 points.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Jones. 4 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Cousins. Puts up the baby hook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Freak. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. From deep, James. Sacramento grabs the miss. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Here's Gilbert. Again, Sacramento.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Harden with it. He's got 10. Jumper off the screen, off the left rim and out.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Hayton, and the rejection by Cousins. Harden the pass to Capella. Shoots over Cousins. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Dishes to G. A 3-ball. That's good.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. LeBron dishes to Capella. He kicks to Jones. G with the rebound. G's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Porter passes to Gilbert. Back to Cousins. High post shot. The shot is off. And Houston the other way now. Payton kicks to Harden. He dishes it to Jones. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Take a look at what Jones has done. He's got 13 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
And so Jones nails both of them. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Right outside. G dishes to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. G, no good. And for Houston, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And Turner kicks to Jones. Bazemore for 3. Count that one. Bazemore's got 8 points.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Johnson with the block. Here we go, all along. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
There's the feed to Turner. With the floater, and they get it back. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Sacramento's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, chipped in at 38 points per game, 9 assists, and 10 rebounds. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
And, Greg, I liked his ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration. That allowed him to be a great finisher.
And the Rockets making a change here. Terry's checked in. Over to the wing. Pulls up from the corner. And another hit. Shot made once more from Gilbert. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Kicks it to Terry. His first shot coming late. That is good. Terry's got his first basket. Here's G.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Out to the right wing. Right side, Turner. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Turner's got 5.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Here's G. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Right, the pass to Gilbert. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Outside Turner. He feeds it to Bazemore. Pass to Terry. Here's Looney. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's Gilbert. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Cauley Stein.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Terry kicks to Turner. Lays it up and banks it in. Turner's got 7 points.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
G kicks to Wright. Johnson the screen. And Wright, here we go. Stolen by Terry. And now here's Mayo, the fast break opportunity. Terry outside. Wants to get it to Turner and does. Terry dishes to Bazemore. Outside Mayo. 5 to shoot. Releases. Changes up, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in assists, 6th in second chance points. And they were top 10 in fewest team turnovers. This team has a number of players that take care of the ball and value every possession.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Here's Gilbert, and that one is hammered home.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Shape up. Shape up.
"19 seconds left to play here in the third. And the shot is good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
The three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Kings on top, just dominating this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got LeBron James. Evan Turner is out there with Harden. And it's Mayo in at the small forward. Gilbert passes to Johnson. And Moore kicks to G. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sacramento moving it around. Good on the shot.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
The Rockets making a switch here. Terry's checked in. Moore against Mayo. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Spencer Dixon. Assisted.
And for Houston, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Harden outside, right side, Terry. The kick out to Mayo. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. King shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. G dishes to Moore. The pass to Dixon. Turner with the steal. To the paint. Here's Looney. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Terry in the corner. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Johnson, and again it's Sacramento converted.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Over in the corner, Turner. Passes it to Looney from 11 feet away. Rebound by the Kings. Here's G. Feeds to Johnson. The dish to G. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
Hey, what's gotten into him today? Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Pass to Looney. Mayo against Moore. It's Mayo on the wing. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Harden. Looking to end his cold spell. The rebound by Gilbert.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor. Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Harden outside, all alone. And that one's good. Here's G.
Assist goes to Mayo.
Moniunas kicks to Moore. Dixon passes to Gilbert. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. To the wing right side. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Kings.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah. And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for G. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
And the Kings making a change here. Lights checked in. Rockets on offense. Lawson outside. Terry setting the pick for Lawson. There's a good screen. Over in the corner, Turner. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Gilbert. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. On the wing, Turner, guarded by Wright. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th personal foul. 4th team foul.
Left side Lawson. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
All right, now. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, you absolutely torched them from the outside tonight. Did you feel like you could hit from just about anywhere on the court?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. Kenny, what did you think?
That was some of the most passionate rebounding work I've ever seen. Guys aren't supposed to be capable of getting that many rebounds in a single game. He was just an animal on the boards. It was something special.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Kings in Sacramento. And guys, for the Kings, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Well, 1 triple-double is nice. 2 is impressive. But what Freak has been doing these last few games, off the charts. Kenny, how big of an impact is he having with all these triple-double performances?
Ernie.
Yes.
When you can contribute as much as he has, I mean, he's absolutely carrying the team.
It's freakish.
It's
Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 3,
Greetings, everyone, from Sacramento. The Kings playing host to a Western Conference affair here in the capital of California. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA.
Ready?
I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Take a look at the Suns. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And I think for the Suns, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
You know, you're right. They're not that far from being true contenders, but it doesn't look like this is the season for them to do so.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Then it's Buford. And it's Waters in at the 4.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Phoenix with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Here's Murphy. Sacramento grabs the miss. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboards.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents, and that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
And that one's good. G's got 5 now.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Moniunas. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. That's good. 9 points for Freak.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Bledsoe kicks to Buford. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Cousins. Moniunas a screen on Knight. G dishes to Cousins. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
So it's Phoenix now, 7-point differential. And Murphy kicks to Bledsoe. It's stolen by G. Moniunas passes to Gilbert. No luck, and Phoenix will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I caught up with Coach Jeff Hornacek. He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Phoenix time. All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Bledsoe, good season for him last year. Came in about 14 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently. Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Kings leading now by 8. G dishes to Cousins. Sacramento moving it around. G kicks to Porter. To the paint. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, well, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach during that last timeout. He emphasized the need to set good, hard screens at the offensive end. He said the pick-and-roll opportunities are going to be there for them as long as they time those screens correctly. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Bledsoe after the Kings pick up 2. This one for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for G. He's already up to 17 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Here is Knight. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Denver.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Gilbert passes to Cousins. And stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Bledsoe. And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. Sacramento leading by 9. G gets to Montejunas. To the middle, here's Gilbert. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. G's got 21.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
There's the screen. And Bledsoe, here we go. Pass to Cannon. Right block shot, and again it's Sacramento converting.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now here's Porter. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Out left to the wing. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Gaming.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. The Suns in second.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Floats one up. And Weber with the basket on the assist by Booker.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Dixon's checked in for Porter. Gilbert, it's deflected, and he's able to get it back.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed it. Sacramento leading by 11. Gilbert in at point guard. Montejunas out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Cannon in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And here's Bledsoe following the three-pointer by Freak. They set the pick. Knight wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's Knight following the basket by Freak. And it's Bledsoe off the drive and finish off by Buford.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Phoenix with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Knight dishes to Bledsoe. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. First in assists, first in field goal percentage, and they were #1 in three-point shooting. Boy, they were dangerous from behind that three-point line.
And back to those assist numbers. I mean, they were maybe the most enjoyable team to watch in the league last season. Just the way they moved the ball, the fluidity with which they operated.
Gilbert. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Now here's Bledsoe. They set the pick. The pass to Waters. Feeds it to Buford. And the rejection by Cousins. Passes to Cannon. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
The shot by Knight, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here is Knight. He's got 6. Murphy with the ball. Shot clock at 5. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
And so Murphy hits them both. Kings leading now by 16. Here's Gilbert. But he recovers it. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Phoenix ball.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Bledsoe, here we go. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover. Now let's take a look at DeMarcus Cousins' numbers. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff. Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Now, here is Murphy. He had 15 points last outing. And the rejection by Cousins. To the inside. Takes it off the glass. He's got 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
They get it back. Good on the shot.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. The dish now to Buford. The fadeaway. And again, it's the Suns missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
First personal foul.
Here's Gilbert. That one's good from the corner. G's got 32 points in the game.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He dropped in a staggering amount of points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Suns shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Booker with it. Now Wright defending. Booker the pass to Romero. He feeds it to Weber. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Decker, rebounded by Moore.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Sacramento making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and the Suns making a change here as well. Murphy's checked in. Now, here is Weber. He's tightly guarded. It's blocked, but he recovers it. Morris inside. Second chance shot, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That free throw, no good.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. G, no good.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
And that one's good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Cauley Stein. The shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games in all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. That's always valuable. Not just to win, but seeding advantages down the line. I'm looking forward to this.
First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
No good on the second free throw. Kings leading now by 18. Gilbert. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Phoenix ball.
This can't happen.
Here now is Weber. 13 points in the game. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Murphy. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Murphy's got 8.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shot's now starting to fall.
Weber kicks to Murphy. Back to Weber. For 3. Another 3 for Phoenix. Gilbert. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Suns ball.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's Sacramento. They lead by 13. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, what a great job you did, both moving the ball and passing it and scoring it. What has been the key for you to this point?
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays. And I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe and 9 to the backcourt. Then it's Buford, and it's Murphy in at the 3 slot. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Suns trail by 13. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Both good from the line that time.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And stolen by Cousins. Here's Porter. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Porter's got 8 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Time now for an injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Suns ball.
And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. Fourth, the Suns.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious. It seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Oh, look out, and then you throw it. Stuff like that. Can you go home, boy? How doesn't even go in. He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Bledsoe, a screen on Motiejunas. Murphy dishes to Bledsoe. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And they'll keep possession. And the shot is good. Buford's got 10 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. Second in points off turnovers. Third in three-point field goal percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in overall offense. This team has no trouble scoring the basketball. That's the least of their concerns. They love to get it up and down and put it in the hole.
And go back to points off those turnovers. I mean, teams really get caught unprepared to deal with that blitzing style, that trapping, diving in the passing lanes, and then running it down your throat in transition.
That'll be a Suns timeout.
And a brief check of the stats for Knight. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 13 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
And Bledsoe, here we go. He used that pick to get in close. Bledsoe's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Porter with the steal.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Murphy. Sacramento grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Pass to Waters. Out to the right wing. Bledsoe, good look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Bledsoe's got 12 in the game.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. From the arc. Good. Bledsoe's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Waters. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. He has 5.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
They get it back. Another shot, and count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Dixon's checked in for Sacramento. Phoenix has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Snatched up.
That's a wall.
And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Suns ball.
And here's Phoenix. They're on an 18-7 run. Bledsoe outside. Left side, Knight. They set the pick. Bledsoe right side. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Murphy can't hit.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
The Suns trailing. Bledsoe kicks to Knight. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Make some noise. Let's hear it for your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Kings shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Gilbert. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. G's got 5 points now in the quarter.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Knight kicks to Buford. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
The Suns shooting 40% from the field. Outside Knight. Buford setting the pick for Knight. He dishes it to Buford. Now here is Murphy. 11 points in the game. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Cousins, and again it's Sacramento converting.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And then Murphy with the dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
They double-team Bledsoe. Knight on the wing. Tries it from 19. That's short off the rim.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And that one's good by G.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
There's the pick. Bledsoe right side. Kicks to Knight. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. G's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the right side. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Cannon passes to Gilbert. The long distance three is buried. And now a 7-point Kings lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Shoots. That one wide left.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. Dixon passes to Modi Yunus. There's the bucket. Good. Modi Yunus has got his first bucket in this one.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
I agree with you. I mean, anytime you can push things forward as you approach the end of the third quarter, it puts you in good position for that last quarter, which we all know is crunch time.
To halt the run, Bledsoe with another miss.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's Cousins, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Cousins has got 8 points.
It's really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Modi Yunus.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Knight. Knocks down the step-back J. 11 points in the game.
And not much breathing room there. The step-back move gave him just enough to get it off.
That's good. And the Kings lead by 12.
They have got to get a hand in his face. I mean, he's unconscious from out there.
Morris a screen. Pass to Weber. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Kings. G's got 11 rebounds in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Sacramento. Knight kicks to Weber. The feed to Morris. from 15 feet away. Good, and Weber gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Markieff Morris.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
G kicks to Porter. Dishes to G. Fires from deep. And that one's good. G's got 53.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
There's the pass to Weber. To the inside, and stolen by Wright. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And that one's good by G. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Kings.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Shoots the three. Another three for Sacramento.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Passes it to Romero. Shot to stop the run. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Gilbert. And another three for Sacramento.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 8 points for Markieff Morris. Feeds it to G. Cauley-Stein kicks to Johnson. Porter dishes to G. And another three for Sacramento.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
The shot by Knight, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly but very efficiently.
Fires for three. Again, the miss by Knight. Here's Gilbert. And that's not going to go. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Kings on top, just dominating this one. He's checked in for Wright. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Gilbert, he's in at the point. He's out there with White. And it's Moore in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Wide open. No good from Booker.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. G, no good. The Suns shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Rejected by Gilbert. Here's Morris. Count it from 12. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Gilbert. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
There's the dish to Booker. Back to Bledsoe, and it's blocked. Here's Morris, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
G, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Morris. Takes a 3. G with the rebound. Sacramento's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. For the 3, and it's good. G's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Morris a screen. Bledsoe for 3. Good.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Murphy. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Kicks it to G. From past the arc. Can't get it to go. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bledsoe's got 22.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Decker's checked in for Phoenix.
Checking in for Sam Decker.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. And here comes White, leading the fast break.
Suns foul call. Eric Bledsoe. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Sacramento.
And that one falls for White.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for White. The Suns have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Now here's Bledsoe. He's covered by Gilbert. Morris a screen.
That's a walk.
Puts up the baby hook. Sacramento grabs the miss. G's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. The tray. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Well, Phoenix shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Again the miss by Morris. For Sacramento, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Great open look there.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And the Suns miss again. Sacramento's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Gilbert. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Booker the pass to Decker. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Gilbert. Kings have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now Bledsoe. Down low. Here's Waters. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
That's good.
Well, he hit that shot, Kevin, from the suburbs. What a shot.
You got to have some guts to let it fly from that far beyond the arc.
They set the screen. Here's Decker. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
From downtown, and it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Gilbert.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Booker dishes to Decker. 5 to shoot. For 3, Bledsoe. The rebound by Jeff Green.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. G, no good. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. It's stolen by Green. And the Kings pushing it up now. Up the floor. Here's Gilbert. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. Angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Waters passes to Bledsoe. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Suns missing. For Sacramento, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. I didn't think that was going to go in.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
There's the pick. The pass to Waters. Outside for Bledsoe. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's G. No good with the triple. And here's Bledsoe. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples.
G, no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Bledsoe with it. Now defended by Gilbert. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. He feeds it to Morris. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some good numbers for Morris. 8 rebounds, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Sacramento making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Gilbert. Again, the miss by the Kings.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And the Suns making a change here. Spates is checked in. Outside Knight. Here's Rozier. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
G, no good. And here's Phoenix. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And he gets it to go.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Knight grabs the board. Knight's got 7 rebounds in the game. He kicks it to Decker. The shot is off, so the Kings will take it the other way. Here's G from deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Phoenix has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Right, he's checked in for the Kings.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Decker with it. Moore's there. Decker can't hit.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the schneid.
G, no good. Well, Phoenix shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Decker passes to Rozier. Can't hit. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. He dishes it to Spates. Pass to Decker. Beyond the arc. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got his 7th assist in the game.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Kings.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for G. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Knight. Matajunas grabs the miss.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Gilbert. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in